ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter every Monday live at 4:45. The best of Schefty at 6:30. All thanks to Death Wish Coffee. Adam, how hot is the hot seat for Tom Coughlin right now?
I think it's warm. Listen, you don't go to the playoffs, you don't win games, you blow 4 double-digit fourth-quarter leads, and you're going to get some of the questions that we have had over the course of this past 24 hours in regards to Tom Coughlin and his future. And just think that they're going to have to make the playoffs. Steve Tisch, the owner, said last week, or they're going to contemplate changes. And so if they don't win that division, they fall short of the playoffs, then you may see them consider changes for Tom Coughlin.
In your experience, do you think that stops at Coughlin, or is Reese somebody that needs to be worried too, the GM?
No, I think they've made it very clear that Jerry Reese is going to be safe. So don't think there's any issue there. Don't think there's any chance of a change there. But we certainly could be looking at something with Tom Coughlin if they don't make the playoffs, if what Steve Tisch is saying is true.
ESPN's Adam Schefter thinks of Death Wish Coffee. Adam, in general, outside of the Giants, just in general in the NFL, do we already have a feel of who will be some hot NFL head coaching candidate names that'll be tossed around this offseason? I
think you always look at the winning teams. The winning teams so far this season are Carolina, New England, Cincinnati. And when you look at those teams, Carolina, the defensive coordinator, Sean McDermott, is somebody that'll get some attention. The offensive coordinator is Mike Shula, somebody that'll get attention. New England, Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator, Matt Patricia, the defensive coordinator. I think you look at those guys. And, of course, Cincinnati is Hugh Jackson, Paul Gunther, offensive, defensive. Those guys typically on the winning teams always get the lion's share of the attention, and it's probably not going to be very much different this year.
In your words, Shefty, with the Jets beating the Giants yesterday, how well is Ryan Fitzpatrick playing right now?
Well, listen, the Giants are a defense that has given up more passing yards than any team in the league. So I think you have to keep that in mind going forward. It's not as if, what he did was lighting up some tough defense, but they still won, and he was still effective, and they're winning, and listen, that's the good thing for them right now. And Ryan Fitzpatrick's had a very strong season. They're a better team when he's out there. We've seen that already. We see how that happens, and as long as that's the case, then they're going to be very good moving forward.
So you're not ready to extend that contract just yet?
Extend it? I don't know about extending it. I think they're pretty fortunate. They probably feel pretty fortunate to have him out there, and we'll see what they do with that going forward.
What's the future of Geno Smith?
I don't think there is much in New York. I think after the season they look to move on from him at some point in time, see what else they could get for him. I don't think that's something that his long-term future is something that is pertinent with the Jets. They'll probably look to move on from him after the year. ESPN's
Adam Schefter with Armin and Levac. Thanks to Death Wish Coffee, 104.5 The Team. Bills beat the Texans. What was your takeaway on that game, Shefty?
I thought that Buffalo made some more plays than they had to. Houston's been a very hot team. Buffalo's been running the ball. Sean McCoy's got a big game here against the Eagles this upcoming week. Sammy Watkins made some big plays when he had to do that, which is important for the Buffalo Bills. And Buffalo's got to be consistent here going forward to do what they want to do.
Broncos announced that Brock Osweiler is the starter again. Is this going to be like a week-by-week process, Shefty?
Not at all. No, I think they're doing exactly what you would expect them to be doing. I think that we have a case here where you could assume going forward Brock Osweiler is the starting quarterback. They're not going to say something and embarrass Peyton Manning and not be diplomatic about it. They're just going about it. Look, Brock Osweiler's 3-0. He's won in Chicago. He's won in San Diego. He's won at home against New England. They're running the football better. They don't need to say Brock Osweiler is our starting quarterback moving forward. People can ask the question every week. The answer is going to be the same for the next 4 games. Brock Osweiler is the starting quarterback. That's just the way that it's going to be.
So Peyton Manning probably will not play again for the Broncos this year? Is that what you're saying?
Well, who knows what happens in terms of injuries. There are a lot of different things that could happen. But I think right now it is set up that Brock Osweiler is the starting quarterback going forward without anything having to be said officially or unofficially.
ESPN's Adam Schefter with Armin and Levac. Hey, the Eagles cut Miles Austin today. Your gut on where he gets another chance, or if he does?
Yeah, I don't think that's somebody who's probably relevant at this time of the year. You're looking at a team that probably needs receiver help. If they're getting rid of Miles Austin, that tells you a little bit about where they're at right now. So to me, that's not somebody that's going to be readily picked up here.
What do you make of Johnny Manziel being named the starter again in Cleveland?
I think that it's a case where essentially the Browns are already eliminated from the playoffs. They know what Austin Davis is. They know what Josh McCown is out for the year. They got to find out what Johnny Manziel is. And so this will help give them some answers going forward to determine what they should and shouldn't do with this guy, because it's a case where they need to know that. And if they can figure that out, then that'll be the situation.
ESPN's Adam Schefter with Armin and Levac. Thanks to Death Wish Coffee. Hey, the Seattle Seahawks have crept into 6th place in the NFC. Are they still a team that no one wants to play in the postseason?
I think the Seattle schedule is set up that they're going to be in the playoffs. And to me, that's a dangerous team. Russell Wilson's as hot as any quarterback in the league outside of Cam Newton right now. And when that defense is playing the way they are, the way they played yesterday against Minnesota, and Russell Wilson's playing that way, they're going to be tough to beat here. I wouldn't want to play that team in the playoffs.
Shefty, tonight, Monday Night Football, Redskins, Cowboys, the one factor we need to pay attention to.
Well, I think that, look, the NFC East is so congested. Every week, the outlook of the division changes. And so you just never seem to know who is going to be stepping up and having the inside track on that division. Like Philadelphia won in New England, and the Giants lost. So all of a sudden, Philadelphia looks alive for that division. I mean, week by week it changes. And if the Redskins can win tonight, then they kind of seize control of that division, and it becomes interesting. So to me, I think that's what you're looking at the entire time.
Adam, the Cowboys haven't put Romo on IR. Should we read into that?
No.
Okay.
No. There's nothing to be read into there. This is a case where basically he's out for the year. He won't play again this year. They're living in a pipe dream, thinking that he'll come back at some point later this year. That's not going to happen.
Jerry Jones doesn't live in pipe dreams.
Yeah,
Stop
crazy
it, Adam
talk.
Schefter.
Yeah, I'm just telling you that ain't going to happen.
Jerry Jones, I'll do what I want.
Thanks to Death Wish Coffee. Adam Schefter with Armin and Levac. Shefty, I need a fact from you right now. What is your best Christmas song? What is your favorite Christmas song?
Whatever they were singing on the Today Show this morning was my favorite. I don't even know the name of the song, but it was very, very good. They got these, Christmas carolers singing, and it was very enjoyable. I like that. Whatever you go back and play that on your DVR, that would be my.
So, the classics. So the classics.
Yes.
What'd you say? Of course, Jingle Bells. All right.
Yes. Silent Night is very peaceful too. I like that too. How can you not like that?
Yes. Adam Schefter, ESPN Insider, never peaceful around him. He's always on the phone, always got something going on, and he kills it for us every single Monday. Adam, thanks for your time today, man. We appreciate it.
Guys, have a great day, great week. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, Shefty.